Hey, what's going on, guys? What's up? What's up? Just setting the camera angle right here, so I got live and also got the camera up there for YouTube. See, I got a shirt and tie just to switch it up a little bit. But I'm gonna do a simulcast on multiple platforms. So if you haven't followed me on other platforms, you can reach me on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, facebook.com/100% finance. You can follow me at Juan Pablo. We also have Instagram, 100% finance. So I'm gonna be doing the same speech on those platforms. What's going on, Serenity's Journey? What's up? What's up? So I'm about to get started now with the live on IG. Just send it up. Okay. So just bear with me, you good people on YouTube Live. But I want to talk about rest, right? It's a luxury. It's not a necessity. It's a luxury, and you're about to hear what I'm about to say in a few moments. Just enroll in getting my credit pretty. Oh, that's what's up. That's good. It's important, and that's one of the hardships I had getting started as a real estate investor was credit, because credit is vital, right? Outside of the obvious for personal reasons, but also for business. Because many businesses, they want to see your credit worthiness as a borrower, right? At the end of the day, they're lending you money, whether it's to you personally or to a business. They're lending money to you and or your entities. So they want to see how you, the parent, stand. They want to see your credit worthiness. All right, so I got IG up. What's up, IG? About to just get started here. Placing the title in here. Okay. And just want to make sure you guys can see me perfectly fine. All right, cool. Now, last I got to start Facebook. All right, so here we go. And hopefully you can see me fine here. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Juan Pablo from 100% Finance at 100percentfinance.com. Mr. Cash Flow, Mr. Passive Income, the people's mentor Goucher needs to see. So I'm on YouTube Live. I also have IG and Facebook. So you see my head on the swivel. It's not because I'm reading notes or a clipboard or cue cards. I have multiple devices and platforms. Converting into a business to the point people needed particular services such as credit repair, business funding, coaching, things that we offer here. So as I started off as a blog and converted to a business, I realized, and it's so crazy, I had to become more structured and more corporate. So I had a team huddle with the team. We have 8 full-time employees, if you guys didn't know, at 100% Finance. So this is not including my real estate portfolio. I'm a real estate investor. I have 72 rental units in my portfolio. So outside of real estate, just 100% Finance, the online business, we have 8 full-time employees, not including part-time people, because we have people who do the edits for the videos. They also do a web design and so forth. That's outside of that. CPAs, all that good stuff, attorneys, all that stuff. But 8 full-time employees that work here today to service you guys. So I realized from starting out, using my spare time to do this online business, a blog, it required more of my time and more of my effort to get towards that today. As of the time of this recording, today's the 11th of January 2018. Last year of 2017, we grossed over $615,000 in revenue and gross sales. 615,000. The year before that, it was roughly half that amount. It was about 350,000. So from 2016 to 2017, we doubled our revenue. Now this year, in 2018, our goal is to gross $1 million in revenue. Okay, so you guys see the vision, right? That's the first thing you need is a strong vision that first, and you need to communicate that to your team so that they'll be on board. Okay, so and I'm getting to the point. All right, I just want to give you some background information about the financials, my credibility, so I can pretty much get into the meat of the matter, which is the rest part. So as a result of the company, 100% Finance, us wanting to be that premier company that helps you with all your financial services and real estate needs, that one-stop shop for all your real estate needs, we found it important for us to work more hours so that we can become a $1 million company, so that we can service many more people, because we're passionate about this. We're passionate because we want you to make the dollar the way you want to make it without having to work for somebody else, right? Without you having to scrimp and save and use your savings for real estate investments, but you use other people's financing, such as just getting my money team over here in my drawer. So just this, using creative financing to finance all of your deals. So we made the decision. I said, okay, we're all sold that we want to be $1 million company. Everyone's sold on the fact, because of course they're incentivized. You know, the more money we make as a company, the more money each team member makes as well, right? So we offer all that, and plus I want everyone to have benefits. I want everyone to receive bonuses based upon the profitability of the company. So they're all sold. Yes, our first goal for 2018 is to make $1 million. So I said, hey, let's reverse re-engineer this baby, right? Reverse engineer this baby. If we want to make $1 million, that means even though we grow 615,000, just to be conservative and make it very simple, we need to pretty much double our sales. So if we intend to double our sales, does that mean we have to double our production? Does that also include we need to double our marketing? Does that also include we need to double the amount of product offerings we have? Or does that also include we need to double the time we have spent in the company? Well, of course, I don't want them working 80 hours a week. That's, you know, I don't want that to happen. But what if we just worked 8 hours a day? Or maybe 9 hours a day? No, what if we work 10 hours a day, guys? And what if we work, instead of 5 days a week, what if we work 5.5 days a week on the business? Until we see the fruits of our labor and we're producing the money that we're looking to produce. You guys follow? So I sold them on the idea, and they said, you know what, I'm on board. And I didn't sell a whole team on this idea, but just the managers. Because I realized, no, we're not rich. According to Forbes, to be rich, you need to have $1 million in revenue, right? So I said, we're not rich yet. We didn't generate $1 million in revenue. I'm wealthy because I have enough passive income from my real estate portfolio to the point it exceeded my paycheck, and I quit my day job. So from a wealth perspective, I'm wealthy as an individual, Juan Pablo. But from a business perspective, 100% finance is not at that point in which we can call ourselves rich, where we're having $1 million in revenue. So I said, team, if we are not rich, we do not deserve rest. Period. Of course, we're going to work smarter. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be a taskmaster or a slave driver. Get to work like that. But just, hey, we need to spend more time working on the business and not in the business. So when I say working more hours, let's say working 9 hours a day instead of 8 hours a day, and working 4 hours on Saturday instead of having Saturday off, those extra hours, so let's say an hour per day, 5 days a week, that's an extra 5 hours. Plus 4 hours on Saturday, or 5 hours on Saturday, just to make the math easy, that's an additional 10 hours a week. So instead of working 40 hours a week, work 50 hours a week. Those extra hours, the additional 10 hours, will be spent primarily on working on the business. Because that's important to strategize. Because when you're so focused of just you doing the task yourself, whether you're driving for dollars, looking for deals, whether you're the one always writing the offers, you're performing the financial due diligence, making sure the lease is correct and see what Section 8 offers, you're doing the physical due diligence, you're showing up to the property with the property inspector, checking everything from the roof to the basement, and then you're renegotiating, see how you can talk the seller down and give you a repair allowance. And if any of this stuff sounds like a foreign language, you need to get our financial products or real estate related products so we can educate you. My first real estate course I've taken, I felt like a fifth grader in a college course. I didn't know what this person was talking about, but I felt like I belonged, kept coming, kept asking questions, okay? But that's the side note. So we realized, you know what? The managers, not everyone, but just the managers, we need to spend an additional 10 hours working on the business, period. So again, if you're doing everything yourself, I just last ended with the property inspection, or if you're doing the property management, you've shown the vacant unit, you're screening the tenant, you're calling that person's employer just to make sure their pay stubs are correct and not Photoshop and all that stuff. It could be time consuming, right? If you're always working in the business, but you need to spend additional time working on the business, meaning how can we do more with less? Are we applying the where we're looking at everything we do, jot it down, every activity in which we say, you know what, this is producing 80% of the results. Out of the 100 things we do, These small 20% of the things we do actually produce 80% of the results. So you know what? Let's see how we can maximize that. Let's see how we can sacrifice my spare time. Was it worth it? Yeah, it was worth it. You practice. So if you're not currently spending your nights and weekends, like I said, an extra hour a day, real estate endeavors, and an extra 4 hours on Saturday. That's it. And not just you working in the business. Again, it's not you knocking on doors. Hey, tenant, where's the rent? I'm not talking and clean out and wear a shirt all day. And again, I'm only wearing a shirt and tie because most of you guys see my videos. Only to drive home a point to my team. And the point was, as the business, I'm $1 million company, and then $2 million company. Structure. We need policies, and these things need to be. Hey, watch this video, new. When we're hiring, if we need or a contractor to revise our videos, we have one editor, and let's say the workload is too great because he's editing videos for a new coaching program, the cash flow coaching program. He's editing that and he's on YouTube. So we're like, oh, we're getting to the point. So I need someone to do the audio portion. And what if I want to bring back the podcast and so forth? So if you policies and procedures outline, it's easier to onboard new members to your team. And just, I'll be pissed off. Why is the burger taste same? Right? Same thing. If you're hiring someone else, it's the same phone script they use, the next person should be using that same phone script as well, especially if it's backed by science. And that's the point. I'm like, hey, I want to work. I need to get on point. So in your case, ladies and gentlemen, you're the manager. You're the CEO of your own business, of your own financial future. I want you to buy into the fact that you need to be working additional hours. I guess, and I'll say it again, about 10 hours a week where you can devote yourself working on the business and not in the business. And if you do that, while applying the 80% rule, okay? 80-20 rule, I meant to say. If you do that, you'll realize that, you know what? We are rich. I do have $1 million in revenue. So maybe I can rest a tad bit more, but you're not going to do it. You're not going to rest once you reach your goals. Because just like me, once I quit my 9 to 5, I rested maybe about a year or two. I never set an alarm clock. I refused to. From 30 years old to 32 years old, I'm 34 now, I did not set an alarm. I kid you not. You can ask people on the team to vouch for this. When I was working out of my place, right? Now we're in office. When I was working at my place, I never set an alarm clock. I refused to for 2 years. But after that, once the blog, 100% Finance, became the business that it is now, I realized I got to wake up earlier. I have to be more structured. Because how can I expect my team to wake up earlier and put in more work if I'm not? How can I expect my team to work on themselves? Because they work on themselves for personal development, where your health and exercise is concerned, that will correlate to many different ways of business, right? You can be so focused on business and your health sucks, because you won't have the energy, the mental alertness and so forth to keep pushing and working long hours. So I realized if I'm not doing this, how can I expect them to do this? So I want you to do this first. Work on yourself. Make sure you work 10 hours a week on your business, real estate, not in your business, okay? Applying the 80-20 principle. Then you'll be at that point where you can say, you know what? I am rich. But like I said, after those 2 years, I decided, you know what? I'm still going to work, but just do something different. I'll still have my real estate portfolio. I can still do that. That's passive, right? That's the first focus, passive income. But then I said, you know what? I want to do business because I want to touch some lives. I want to have an impact. I want to have an impact on our culture and on our demographic. Like to the point where we all can make a dollar the way that we want to make that dollar. to the point we can employ people, fire your boss and hire your friends. Pretty much everyone who works for this company, not everyone, but the majority, are family members and friends. But it's amazing to be able to be in a position to provide them with a job position, to be able to spur the economy, to give these people revenue, a paycheck, not just that, just some purpose. Because a lot of them are excited, like, wow, I'm actually making an impact by editing this video, or I'm actually making an impact by helping this person review their credit report and give them a free consultation. So that's where I want you to be, right? To the point you have enough passive income to exceed your paycheck, you quit your day job, and then after that, you have the time and the autonomy to start your purpose. So like me, I created a blog just to spread the word, but now I'm getting paid as a result of me just spreading the word. There's no greater feeling to be highly paid for what you love to do. But it starts with you. You got to work on the business. So if you're an aspiring real estate entrepreneur, it's 2018 or whatever year you're watching this video, whatever the year is, it's about time for you to make a concerted change, a concerted effort. It's time for you to make a change. And I'm telling you how to do it right now. And if you're interested in learning more about real estate, because you might be thinking, well, how can I work on the business, Juan Pablo, if I'm not even working in the business? I haven't got a property yet. Well, you got to crawl before you can run, right? So in that case, you need to increase your learning. You need to increase your network. You should be networking with people who are doing the things that you want to do. Why? You heard the old adage, birds of a feather flock together. If you're aspiring to be a real estate entrepreneur, you're not even associating yourself with none of the sort, you're kidding yourself. If all you hang around and associate yourself with it are employees, nothing's wrong with that. But if that's all you associate yourself with, then of course you're going to remain an employee for the rest of your life. Birds of a feather flock together. You're an eagle, fly with eagles. Associate with real estate investors who are doing the damn thing, doing business on a consistent basis. You need to associate because they will rub off on you. Like when I used to play basketball, and if I missed a layup and get on me, I would feel humiliated by that. I say, you know what? I'm gonna practice to the making a layup is automatic. I don't even have to think about it. But if it's while I'm practicing, I'll this right here, or it can be lease options if you don't have. You can also offer strategies because that's our goal. Not teaching you one way to do 50 ways to do one deal. All right. So that's it, my friends. So if you're interested, just go to our website, 100percentfinance.com. We have a free workshop for you outlining that, how to close on your first buy and hold deal, real estate deal, in 12 weeks or less using creative financing, lease options, the traditional buy and hold route, as well as wholesaling. Okay? All right, guys. Thanks again for your time. As always, I do all this stuff. It's to your success. Continue to earn passively, live passionately. And if you're watching this live, we actually have an event coming up in February 3rd, 2018 to be exact, in Atlanta. It's about a 5 to 6 hour event discussing that first thing, how to close on your first buy and hold real estate deal. That's vitally important. All right. If you found value, please like, please share, please subscribe. Now it's time for me to get back to work. And again, I just reward this to drive home the point with my team. This is on a tangent, so if you can end the video now, but if you still want to watch, I'll go on the last tangent and I'll go back to work. They're like, whoa, what's up with you, man? Is that the suit, the jacket on? Why you got the suit and tie? What's going on? I said, some of you guys have been with the company longer than a year. Some of you haven't. So for those who've been with me longer than a year, I wrote a chart, a table. Old me, new me, like kind of like the Kanye song. You know, it's the old Kanye, the new Kanye, whatever that song goes. So I put the old versus the new JP. All right. So I said, what was the old JP in regard to image? And they were like, bro, you never shaved. In fact, Ryan Hollywood Catchings had to tell me, yo, bro, if you're gonna be on the camera consistently, you need to shave, bro. You need to get a haircut frequently. I can care less. Again, when I quit my day job, I said, yo, I'm losing the shirt and tie. I can care less about this. I'm chilling. I ain't setting no alarm clock. And then I realized, oh man, I do need to clean up my image if I'm gonna be on camera. And my image, I had like a little pus, little gut. Shout out to Chris DiBiase. He probably knows about that. And because I used to be drinking beer and had no diet plan, none of that crap. And I said, what about now? I'm like, yeah, you're very particular. You're a stickler even when it comes to your diet. You only eat a certain diet every day. One day a week you might cheat. And then I work out consistently. And I get my hair cut and shave consistently as well. And my clothes, my apparel even improved. Start dressing different. And then they said, oh, and I said, okay, outside of image, now what about organization? It was like, oh yeah, you was disorganized. You would double book appointments. You'll get late pays on your bills, not because you didn't have the money, you just forgot to pay the bill. Because I would get so many bills. Again, look, this is the big stack of credit cards. This big stack of credit cards, you can imagine, it's 25 by the way, so you can imagine that's 25 different letters coming in the mail about, hey, minimum payments due. And outside of that, 72 rental units. Some of those properties, they got to pay taxes, and there's 3 different types of taxes. You got county tax, you have school tax, you might have a library tax, you might have a local municipality tax. So that's just taxes alone. 3 taxes from one property, so I get that mail. Then I got Section 8 tenants. So Section 8 sending me letters all the time. You got a rent increase, or hey, we did an inspection, this is what's wrong. That's just for the properties. You got utilities, some properties that pay for water, so I get a ton of mail. Like you guys don't understand how much mail I get. I have to pay someone. I pay someone to check my mail. I pay someone to pay my bills. It came to that point. These are good problems. All right. So being that I used to get all these bills, and that was just me doing it by myself, the old me is organized. That's what I meant that I would get late pays because I received so much mail. Right. And I was just organizing my time. I was double book appointments because I wasn't great where time management was concerned. I said, well, what about the new me? Bro, you don't miss appointments. Bro, you're extremely organized. And I realized I had to improve my image. I also had to improve my time management and organizational skills as a whole. Because once you start becoming greater and you start obtaining more business, more properties, and I had 3 successful businesses. I have a property management business where I manage my properties and properties of others. I also have an online business, as you guys know already, 100percentfinance.com. And I also have real estate investing. So with me having all these different businesses, I have to be very great for time management organization. Otherwise, client didn't receive this, or rent will come in or it wouldn't come in, and I wasted time just doing the eviction. Right? So I had to get organized. So what else did we talk about the old me? The old me, I was the manager. My job description, I was the manager. So I was the one answering the phones for myself. Oh, you need to repair. Oh, the tool's not working. All right, I'll send my contractor over there by Tuesday. So I was doing that. I was also starting out. Some of you guys see my early videos on 100percentfinance.com. I would shoot the video. I would edit the video. I will post the video, I'll place the tags, the description, I'll do the whole 9 yards. Plus, I was taking calls. Some of you guys are familiar with that. When you reached out to 100% Finance, I was also doing my own sales calls. And I was also looking at people's credit report, providing a consultation. Right? I was doing group calls, I was doing one-on-one calls, I was doing every aspect of the business myself. I was creating the product, everything myself. So that's the old me. I was being a property manager, and I was doing everything that was needed for 100% finance. Now the new me, I have a manager. I have Ryan Ketchens. He does the sales team. We have a team. He has a team. Also Lewis, he's part of the marketing, and he's the integrator. Like, hey, we need this done, Lewis. Figure it out. You do it. 2 managers. Plus we have someone who helps with the articles, who also helps with the blogs, with the emails, with the YouTube. I have someone else who actually answers the sales phones, sales calls to prepare for us now. So many different things became outsourced. So that I'm no longer the manager, just the owner or the CEO. Only thing I come to work with is this. I just sit here, hey, let's have a meeting. Hey, let's have a meeting. Hey, morning huddle, guys. It's something we need to look into. Only thing I'm doing is using my brain power. How amazing is that? You get paid just to think. Right? Oh, I can't come in tomorrow, guys. I'm closing on a property. Can't come in tomorrow, guys. I got to shoot videos. I can't come in today. I'm collaborating with someone. Unfortunately, that's really amazing. So even my job description has changed. So the point I drove home to my team was this. As you see, there has been a level of improvement in many different arenas of my life, comparing the old JP versus the new JP, right? And as you guys haven't noticed, I became more structured with my diet, with my time, with my calendar, with my checkbook, with my business. I became more corporate. You get it? So that's why I wore the shirt and tie, to drive home a point to them. So if you see my level of progression to the point where we grow $615,000 in 2017, then guess what? There's going to have to be a level of progression with you. And that's why I want to say this as a tangent, guys, if you're still watching. There's going to have to be growth in you. There's going to have to be how can I say this? You're going to have to be a better version of yourself. If you see that vision where you say, you know what, I want to be a millionaire. I want to quit my job. I want to close my first deal. Then you have to become more structured, more corporate, where you're just working on the business and not just in it. And it does require levels and levels of sacrifice, because each level of success requires another level of sacrifice. All right? So that's one thing that I want to drive home to you guys. Become more corporate, not for somebody else, but for your own real estate endeavors. Be structured. Keep your calendar. Make sure you document these activities so that when your business grows, you can outsource it to someone else like that. Okay? Becoming more corporate. All right? So shout out to you guys. It's 2018. Let's make some deals happen this year, especially your first buy and hold property in 12 weeks or less using wholesale and creative finance. If you're interested, go to 100percentfinance.com to learn more. And if you want the business credit or even credit repair, we have many different services at your disposal. And that's our mission, providing you with the tools you need to succeed financially. All right? So Juan Pablo, I'm out. As always, to your success. Continue to earn passively, live passionately, and thanks for your time. Peace. All right, so I'm done with that.